Hi there, everybody. Thanks for watching my presentation of my last project. It's a lyrics collection again, and I would like to start straight away from the title. This lyrics collection is about all kind of relationships and how each event has left like a deep trace within me in the past half 1 year and a half, a couple of years. Um, this book was actually dedicated to one of my closest friends that I happened to meet just at the same time when I started writing this project, which is Chiara. She's an Italian girl. She's fantastic. She has great talent, and this is actually a great opportunity to thank her because what happened was she is a great musician. She loves music. She loves blues music, and she kind of brought me into the blues music and into blues bars. So we used to go to a little bar around Carnaby Street, just next to Oxford Street in London, and there is a little place called And Nothing But the Blues, where of course they played blues music pretty much every night. We had a great time, and the music we had and the energy and the emotions we felt was so great. And at some point, I was always so curious about the different meaning of blues. So I took the chance to kind of play with the word blue, and I kind of said, okay, I just want to kind of, to have like a representation with the blue. Blue is a melancholy, and so that's why the title, "In Nothing But the Blue," because there is, what I wanted to say was, there is nothing like this kind of sadness, this kind of melancholy that sometimes, is still around me. No matter how positive I am, there is still some kind of darkness that is still within me, within myself. So it was really, really good. So I think it was really, really perfect timing for me to find out about the blues music and this title and this place. I'm meeting Chiara, I'm meeting so many different people in London, and so this talks just a little bit more about my London experience and how I felt, what happened through since maybe last year and a half. I have here just like a few pages. I have my collection here because my memory just working at all. So especially when I'm recording a video, like I get so panicked to forget things. So sometimes that's why my eyes just go down, just to try to keep track of the things that I really want to say. So basically, like I told you before, this book is pretty much a lot about what happened in London, and there are a few things that might remind me of nice times with my roommates or with my co-workers, or with few people I got to meet and have some crush on, or eventually meeting somebody that meant something for me again, or as usual I do, sometimes I just dig into the past. So something is also from the past. So everything just comes up together. So that's why I really would like to say thank you to all the people that I got the chance to write into the acknowledgement page, because each one of you has meant something for me, and it was great to share something with all of you that made it so good at some level. And this is actually, I'd like to say one more time here in video as well, how my family is really important for me. Thank you, Mom, and thanks, Dad, for supporting me in everything, for every decision I may want to take. Or it's really, really great to know that no matter what your concerns might be, or some new decisions, some new things, and I know that you're always there, and thank you so much. I really, really I'm happy to be supported by you constantly. So I'm always 5 minutes, and basically I didn't talk at all. So I'd like to start with the first page. The Out of the Blue, basically it's something like I really wanted to give a lyric, like a poem to Chiara, my Italian friend. So basically, I just wanted to play with the word blue one more time. So out of the blue means just all of a sudden, and out of the blue can also mean like out of the sadness. So I really wanted to play with this. So I was telling her, hey darling, with your music, with your power, with your talent, and with your energy and the strength you have inside, you will be able to get out of this sadness. At the same time, you, by playing music and with this magic and talent you have, you will bring the sadness out of you through the blues, which is the music. So it might sound quite crazy and stupid, but that's what I really wanted to say. And so I'd really like to open up the lyric collection with that one. The second one is basically an Italian one, which is tutto quello che ora non ho. And that basically, I wrote that in a time when basically I had a crush on a guy, and in a cafe where I was working before, that I was so sure he was gay, and finally was not. So I was really, really, really glad that nothing ever happened, and I kind of discovered that on time. Because I was already, I'm a little bit too fast, like, oh, he may like me or something, my God. So I'm really, really happy. And so just was kind of revealing this kind of my new feelings towards him that thankfully were stopped before anything else. If you give me some time, I'll try to put my page in a better position. Another one is Il sole quel che resta. Il sole quel che resta means no matter what happens during a bad day or like a bad time in your life, at the end of the day, even when sun just goes away, sun sets, there is still the sun. That the sun is the only thing that matters in the end, because light is everywhere. There will be always more light. So I really want to give to myself a kind of positive message about it. The next track, 7 Days, is basically a reminder of my first kiss. And it was a few years back, and I wrote it maybe on the day that happened. I was kind of thinking about it, and it was really, really cool. And it was back in Florida when I was living in Orlando, and it was absolutely amazing. The next track, one more time, is 151A, which is another crazy thing. Basically, it was my first apartment that I rented in London with two of my closest friends, Vicky and Luigi. And it was a month we shared the apartment, and that was hilarious and creepy at the same time. But it was very good. It was absolutely amazing. So it was just kind of a little reminder of our times there. And by the time we decided to move apart and to move to different homes, and eventually cheaper homes. So that was just kind of reminding of what happened like. Open the Door is basically like a day that I had a very bad day, and I was like hoping to run into someone. I was single back then, and I just really desperately needed to find someone that I could just hold to. It was really, really neat. Let's pretend for a while, one more time. I think I wrote in the same time of the same straight guy that I thought was gay, because this basically this idea, this lyric was born because of him, but at the same time I was just kind of saying, oh, I may not be able to be enough for him. So what if he doesn't like me? Maybe if somebody I may get a date with him, and this could not end up as I really expected, and could, kind of disappoint him. Some room to lie. Some room to lie. You see, that happens with me a lot. For example, like the page before, I can be in total despair. I can be really sad and lonely, and some other time just something random happens. And something really random happened last February on 2015. And there was just this person, this guy that we just happened to hang out together for a while. All of a sudden, actually, because this just happened because he told me that he was going back to Spain, and so because we said like, okay, we should meet before you leave and before I go on vacation, because I was going on vacation soon, and so it was just like few moments of really tenderness and well, no, not a lot, of course. What can I say? Like really good feeling, and my inhibition and this Some Room to Life talks about the moment I kissed him, and it was really good. It was really good night. Una fabbrica di nuvole. I remember this. I remember absolutely. I remember the morning that I woke up in my room, and I saw pretty much the sky, which was cloudy, but it was not just cloudy like the whole huge cloud. It was like each cloud was so very much the same to each other, the same shape, the same, and the sky was full. So I wrote that. It's in Italian, but it means like a factory of clouds, because I couldn't believe they were so much the same to each other. There was not one bigger, not one smaller, and it was absolutely crazy for me to see that. It's really like, oh, this is a factory, like everything's the same. These people are my plays. Basically, this is also was written for Chiara, because basically what happened, like, she had a great time in London. She found amazing people, flatmates in her house. At some point, most of them, they were leaving London, they were changing home and careers, they were going back to Italy or to wherever they were going to. And one day she said, of course it was really sad, and she said that those people were her plays, because it was the first time she could relate to a sort of like a warm home feeling. So it was really sad to see them let go, and I kind of felt what she felt, and it was just about Kat and again all this kind of relationship. Some Time to Dance. This track is a total explosion of positivity, because I was remembering that again I had like a very bad day and it didn't feel good. I came back home and I just put some music, and pretty much it was like Shake It Off of Taylor Swift. I don't know, this song, I absolutely love it, and I was just starting dancing, and as the saying raising at me, I was dancing out, and I was feeling so good after dancing that it just came out, the words just came out of my pen on the page, and I was like, okay, I gotta remember that no matter what happens, I need to dance it out, because dance helps to not think, to not overthink, and that was the main problem. So, of course, as I told you before, my contradiction, some